What would you do if your past was constantly used as a weapon against you by your partner's family? In today's story, the protagonist's choice is a masterclass in how to handle it. My name is Sarah, and for 5 years, from the age of 18 to 23, I was an escort. It's not a period of my life I'm particularly proud of, but I also refuse to feel shame for doing what was necessary to survive, to keep a roof over my head, and to continue my studies. It was during this time that I met David, my fiancé, though he was never a client. We started dating when I was 25. About 3 or 4 months into our relationship, David's brother-in-law, Mark, somehow uncovered my past and exposed me to the entire family. There was no way David could have known, so we had to come clean in front of everyone. Yes, I had that past. Yes, he knew about it. And no, he genuinely didn't care. That was 2 years ago, and we believed we had moved past it. For a few months after the revelation, roughly 3 to 4, David's mother, Eleanor, and some of his aunts and cousins would police their husbands whenever I was around. It was truly bizarre to witness, especially since these men were in their 40s to 60s, and I certainly wasn't desperate. David, sensing my discomfort and frustration, decisively put a stop to their ridiculous behavior. While his family still casts a judgmental side-eye my way occasionally, we genuinely thought the worst was behind us. David proposed last year, and 5 months ago, we received the wonderful news that I was pregnant. We were ecstatic and shared our joy with his family almost immediately. His sisters and younger brother were genuinely happy for us. However, Eleanor pulled me aside. She begged me to be honest with her, asking if the baby was truly David's. I was taken aback, but I simply rolled my eyes and confirmed it was. She then launched into a flimsy speech about just wanting to be sure and how happy she was to be a grandmother. Her words rang hollow. This past weekend, we were at Eleanor and Robert's house, David's parents, with other family members and some of their friends. We were all chatting about the baby's name, speculating on who the baby might resemble. Just typical small talk. We'll love him no matter what. But there are always those comments, "Oh, I hope he gets your nose," or "MMH, I like your eyes. I hope he gets them." Then, Robert, my father-in-law, chimed in, mentioning that he and his children all have a birthmark on their inner thigh, and even one of my sister-in-law's children inherited it. He suggested our baby might get it too, and then, with a glint in his eye, he added, "But how can we know from whom he got it? It may as well be from me, my boy, or my brothers." He and his brothers erupted in laughter. David's face darkened, and he was about to speak when I intervened. "I don't get it," I stated, feigning genuine confusion. Robert, still chuckling, replied, "Yeah, because it runs in the family." I persisted, maintaining my innocent facade. "I still don't get it. Why would he get it from you?" Robert's laughter faltered, replaced by a nervous fidgeting. "Because, you know, it's just a joke, Sarah," he stammered. My gaze remained fixed on him, unwavering. "But I don't get it," I reiterated, and you all laughed. "Explain it." The room grew quiet, the air thick with unspoken tension. Robert's face flushed a deep crimson, his eyes darting around, searching for an escape. He began to sweat, a bead tracing a path down his temple. His brothers, who had been roaring with laughter moments before, now stared at their shoes, avoiding eye contact. It was a beautiful symphony of awkward silence, punctuated only by my steady, insistent stare. Even some of their friends, witnessing the uncomfortable spectacle, interjected with, "Hey, it's not funny." Cornered, Robert mumbled an excuse and hastily retreated from the room. Mira the Slotha's comment perfectly encapsulates the absurdity of the situation. FIL literally made a joke about him or other men from the family impregnating you. How that would make you the asshole is beyond me. How does one even get to crossing that kind of line? WTF. Indeed, the logic was truly baffling. Later, David's brother-in-law, Mark, approached me. He lectured me, asserting that I was wrong for embarrassing Robert in his own home and that I knew exactly what the joke was about. He then added, with a dismissive wave of his hand, that, because of my past, I shouldn't be surprised. Now, the entire family is demanding that I apologize to Robert. As Sukahatmas pointed out, this was nothing short of sexual harassment in a family setting. Robert clearly knew he was in the wrong. Teal'c Tripp's advice resonated deeply: look blank and continue to ask for an explanation. I don't understand. Why should I apologize? How did I embarrass him about the joke he chose to tell? What was the joke about? Why was he embarrassed? He insulted me? How? Why do you think I should apologize for that? That's precisely my strategy. This reveals Robert's greatest fatal flaw, his deeply ingrained misogyny and his inability to confront the consequences of his offensive humor. He believed his position as the patriarch gave him immunity, completely unaware that this single act would lead to his own downfall in my eyes. The core lesson here is that you never have to apologize for holding someone accountable for their disrespectful behavior, especially when they use your past to justify their bigotry. What would you do if your family demanded you apologize for standing up for yourself in a similar situation?